Hey, Sagittarius. We're here to do your reading. We're going to start with the archetype deck and see either who you're dealing with, an energy within you, or a dynamic. I've been shuffling for a little bit, but let's see. Oh man, we'll go with this top one. Visionary. Ooh. Underneath. Beggar. These are very different. Visionary, light attribute. Capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. And shadow attribute is selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. Ooh. That is hard to see, but maybe if you screenshot it and zoom. And then underneath is beggar. Light attributes. Confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival. Awakens the spiritual authority of humanity, compassion, and self-esteem. Shadow attribute. Dependence on others to the exclusion of effort. It's like a fancy way of saying just depending on other people while being lazy. Confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens spiritual authority of humanity, compassion, self-esteem. That is interesting. They try to make a beggar something reasonable. It's odd. It's odd, and it's odd because they could have come up with something more. I want to say palatable, making it some spiritual awakening, empowerment thingy, mabob. No, I mean, it could just be beggar is the light attribute of a beggar could be somebody that hits a wall in their own, we'll say, growth or capacity to accomplish and end up needing help in a way that is beyond their control, right? Anyways, that would be mine, but I didn't make this deck, so let me just... Visionary and beggar. That is interesting. Capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. What I'm immediately getting with these two is somebody that has a lot of ideas and then magically thinks other people should be helping them, help supporting them in achieving these ideas. It's nobody's responsibility to help you do a damn thing. For real. Especially when it comes to things that are elective. Do you have food and shelter? And, do you have food and shelter and warmth? I fully support people being helped with those things. Heat. Place to be. Sustenance. Certainly. But when it comes to visionary, potential, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. It just feels like an selling insights to the highest bidder. It feels elective to me. Anyways, we'll just go. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Yes, baby. In a minute. We're waiting for food to cool. I can't even eat it yet. Okay, adversity. Accept that challenges are the best way to learn. It's so interesting. If there's something you want to do, I think it's up to you. For real. That's usually the talk I give to Aquarius. Maybe you have Aquarius in your chart too. Yeah. If you... I might just keep harping on it. If there's something you want to do, either you're going to need time to get the resources yourself, if you don't have them already. I don't know why I gave it two options, because that just seems like the case. Either there are people that will elect to join you in such pursuits, or you take time to build. This is very interesting. Like, I feel like I'm talking to somebody that's a little more, I want to say affluent, but maybe you're in a place where you don't want to. It feels like somebody looking looking for investors in something that they don't want to put their own like collateral on, like their own finances into. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence, and it says courage, and then adversity, accept the challenges are the best way to learn. I'm not telling you to not pursue your vision, but get yourself to a place where you can put in your own funds or something, because, again, I am not a financial advisor. I am saying wait until you feel safe to pursue this. Talk to whoever you need to talk to. I'm just saying, but I mean attempting to manipulate people into supporting your cause feels yucky to me. And I'm not saying you're doing that. I'm saying this is how it's coming through. Okay. We're gonna get an animal card before we go. Sorry, 7 minutes in, I'm harping on like the same 4 cards. Just feels like your ego thinks that people should be supporting you. And like, I'm not criticizing you. This could be somebody else. I could be talking to somebody that, like you, I could be talking to you as a person who is getting pressured to support a cause that, like, you're not into. And that's okay. You don't have to support a damn thing. Like, even if you really think somebody, like, okay. Even if you think it's a good, we'll go as far as to say, even if you think it's a good idea, if you don't have the excess funds to support this person, even if it's a good idea, then you don't have it. You know, you might regret it later if it takes off. That you can't do something that you can't do. Oh my God! So, I'm probably talking to the first group that I was talking to, because this says, Grasshopper Spirit, take a leap of faith. It's your leap of faith to take, is what I want to say to you. And maybe this is one of those things where it's like, okay, another layer. Maybe this is one of those things where you're looking, that you or somebody, whoever, is looking for supporters, even if it's just mentally, you know, financially could be, but it could also be in the realm of, which I was just gonna think on your feet, in the realm of just it's like almost like mental stimulation, where people kind of gas you up and support what you're doing. You're somebody that asks for a lot of opinions. But that being said, I don't think this scenario is going, whatever you're trying to do, which is also why you might have aqua in your chart, whatever you're trying to do is just out of the norm enough in a way that might not be compelling to people quite yet. That the leap of faith is going to be yours. And it says co-create with spirit. If you're feeling tremendously guided to head in a direction, but the people around you are not supporting it, I say go for it in a way that feels safe. I want to strongly suggest not to wait for others to support you, and 2, not to go into a by any means necessary people will support me stance. It just feels like that's not No, your teammate, your co-creator is spirit. Leap of faith is yours. To have the courage and it might benefit you to consider ahead of time that you will face challenges. And that this is not me saying this is your guidance that you may or may not be getting from spirit based on this endeavor for yourself. That might not be a sign to not do it. Like, tap in, right? I'm just giving you a little bit when it comes to the dynamics, right? That's why I pulled the archetype decks. Other people are not the place to look for the support. Okay? Anyways, I hope that crazy, odd reading helped. And take care. Talk to you again soon.